Hey, everybody. So we are do, 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 do. Um, I'm starting a little bit late today. Just having a pretty slow morning, but I want to keep up doing the live streams and I want to keep up doing actual writing. So um, I'm here for it either way. So we're going to be starting our first sprint at 11:10. So just a quick heads up. And let me so I'm kind of excited because we're only 2 weeks away from our launch of our superhero romance anthology that Superhero Fiction is doing, and that is going to be kind of a big deal. It's our first time doing an anthology with this group, but the stories are awesome. You have everything from sweet to some sexy to damn. Um, Definitely some stories that made me blush. So I think that's a good thing. So I'm actually working on a short story at the moment, and then I'm going to go back to the regular novel. The short story should only take me a couple days to do, and then we're back on to my next superhero novel. So that's going to be good. Let's see if all right. Suppose I should let the superhero authors know that I am sprinting, so they might come join. I sometimes forget to announce things. But yeah, I've been working on some audiobooks that ACX send my audiobooks out. They've been in limbo for well over a month. I might have to call them later today. And along with that, I've been doing the cover business, which is taking up a significant part of my day, but not part of my day that's taken away from anything else. So I guess that's kind of a good thing overall. So yeah, for the most part, things are flowing pretty well. Today is a heavy admin day. It's the first of the month, and so I do a lot of admin work on the first of the month. A lot of like taking stats for like where's my mailing list at, what do my groups look like for numbers, so basically just a little bit of everything. And look, apparently there's a delay in saying I'm live. Facebook is determined to make me read 18 million messages that don't really exist. Facebook is truly the most useless tool in the universe. I can't wait till users move on to something different. It would would just make me so incredibly happy. But yeah, once the admin stuff is out of the way, life in general kind of chillaxes. And then I can get back to just the writing, which, you know, is why we really do this. Wow, I have a lot of Twitter followers. I didn't know that. So we're going to do some 20-minute sprints. These still tend to be, at least for me, the most efficient way to bang out words. So again, if I can hit 500 words during a sprint, I call it a victory. So let's get my document ready. I'm having difficulty coming up with a useful superpower for this character. Because the superpowers in my novels have to be able to be explained with science. That's kind of an important aspect of what I do, which is not as easy as one would think. Okay. We're getting ready to go into our first sprint. So get your words ready. Oh, I need to get some jams going. The important stuff. All right. I'll meet you back in 20 minutes. All right. Print one. Only 201 words, but I managed to work through something that I needed to overcome in this little. Writing short stories is way harder than writing a novel because you don't get the ability to explain yourself, and you don't really get the ability to rationalize your decisions. They have to be very punchy and very quick. And so I have I don't want to say a complicated plot, but just a very expanded universe that I'm trying to only show glimpses into, because you don't need to know the whole mythos. But I have a virtual reality simulation, I have real world, I have some romance, trying to make it all work while making the reader feel like they understand the world in which all of this is happening. And by the way, you got to do this under 7,000 words. 7,000 words, man, that's like one chapter of a book. So that's a little bit complicated. Right now, what I'm actually doing is I'm kind of ignoring a lot of the stuff that I might need to think about down the road, and just trying to get the story out. I can edit it down quite a bit later. So it's more about, does this story, do I tell a story that's entertaining? So once I have the story in place, then I'll go back and I'm keeping notes like, add more description here, need more emotion here. So short stories I kind of approach in a much different manner than I do in a full novel. A full novel, if it's 70,000 words, the story is 70,000 words. If the story is 120,000 words, then so be it. So you get a lot more time to be like, well, I really want to add a new character and weave them into the story. Okay, I'm going to do that. Whereas in a short story, you don't get a lot of room for description. You don't get a lot of scenes to see into people's heads, so motivations have to be really clear. It's just a much more difficult beast doing a short story. And on top of that, I'm doing a romance. This one's a little more sexy than it is romance. So, but even though it's this, titillating story, there still has to be a solid plot in place. You can't just write smut and have it not tell a complete story. And I think that this is something that a lot of people have difficulty with. Howdy, Harold. Harold's one of my students from the high school. How's it? Oh, today is a remote day for you, but you go back in a couple days. My day job is returning to in-person teaching, so things are a little bit hectic over there right now. So yeah, anyone who tells you that anyone who tells you that romance is an easy write has never tried to write good romance. So that is definitely a lie that people say to make themselves feel superior, and I'm going to call shenanigans because I've only written one romance story, and it took, the standard 18 million drafts that it normally does. But man, that was hard to make sure that your character's emotions align to their actions and not turn it into an emo fest. I'm really happy with that story. I'm so excited for this anthology coming out. So we're going to do another sprint at 11:40, and we'll do the standard 20 minutes. Some of the superhero authors are starting to wake up. Ew. Ew. I just, no. Everyone knows how I feel about it. Should not be going back to school, period. Period. Not until everyone's had shots. Oh. Take care, Harold. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Do your homework. Stuff. Um, all right, I need to find some good tunes because everything seems very low energy today. And I use my music to get my mood going. I need some mojo. I need mojo in a bottle, basically. I think I have a peppy. This looks like it could work. All right, we're going to hop into another sprint, and hopefully I can do better than 201 words. So here we go. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. It's going slow. 268. I'm not gonna, nothing to brag about. But it's getting some words out, so we're gonna call it a victory. I'm probably gonna do one more, and then I need to take a break because I have admin work I have to do. Today was always meant to be kind of a light writing day. So at the end of it, if I can hit 1,000 words today, then I'm well within my acceptable range. The getting 1,000 messages on my phone. So many messages. Not horribly exciting, I assure you. And this is kind of the downside to writing is 1,000 and bajillion other things will come up and try and take you away from the writing. So I try and keep it to the 10-minute middle parts. And that's kind of the nice thing about doing this. The sprint technique is you only get so much time in between, and you work faster and more efficiently. I'm not quite sure it's always faster, but I can focus for 20 minutes. I don't know if I can focus for a whole long period. We'll see if there's any distractions that want to try and get in the way today. But I'm up to 469 for today, which again, not where I want to be, but about to hit the halfway point for today. And then tomorrow I'll go back to my normal 2,000 because tomorrow is not such an admin heavy day. Later today, I need to do like newsletter stuff and apparently something is due today. There's always something due. I have a pretty extensive calendar I keep of all the to-do tasks. And I mapped them out for the full year this time to try and keep myself organized. And what I actually did was I gave myself a panic attack at the beginning of the year because just a lot falls on the first week of January. And so I kind of had a freak out. But now I'm kind of into a groove. So the front of the month gets a little heavy loaded with like minutia, like newsletter, keeping track of some data and updating spreadsheets and stuff like that. And then as the month goes on, it becomes more and more writing. So it's kind of given me the ability to prepare for it. Like week 2, I'll have a podcast I have to do, and last of the month is some virtual pub stuff. So it's a little all over the place, but because I made this plan of attack, I kind of know where, like tomorrow, I'm actually going to try and take the afternoon off. I want a little bit of downtime, so I'm actually able to work that into a schedule. It does mean I have to get up a little bit earlier and adjust some things, but it's kind of nice being able to have that sort of flexibility. So for anyone who watches this, if you need a piece of advice, it is write out all your to-do, all your tasks, and spread them out. Like give each task a week, unless you have stuff that has to happen more quickly. I have a problem where everything is due now. And I'm trying to retrain my brain to realize like not everything has to be done this very instant. And occasionally I'll work a little extra and do it that way, but that's my decision. We're talking superhero covers in the group right now. Let's see if anyone else has mentioned joining on sprints. All right. I just got into a promo thing. Nope. Trying to figure out why it wasn't showing up. I got into a promo thing for LGBT authors, so I'm quite pleased with that. Oh, I need to. All right. Okay, so here we go. Got some jams ready to go. The bot's telling me it's time to sprint. All right, see you in 10, 20. See you in 20. All right, I think I did better this time. I saw where my plot was going for once. Come on. Yes, I'm happy with this number. 416 this time. So sprint 3, 416 words. Just under what I want to be done for the day. So my characters are in like a virtual reality situation, and the simulation has ended, and they're just kind of chillaxing in it, having coffee, virtual coffee, I guess. And it's their world; they made it, and it's kind of locked down. And it's just the two of them talking, and what do you know? Someone else has gotten into it, so it's kind of a oh no, now there's a real villain. So I'm kind of weirdly happy about this plot. It was a horrible disaster yesterday morning when I started it, and as I was writing, I was brainstorming like, oh, what's going to happen here, and how can we make some tension, and how are we going to keep it enticing and a little titillating at the same time. And just one thing fell in place after another, and I was like, yes, this is a plot. So um, um, I'm talking to Christopher Vallon right now, who is getting ready to launch the first book of his Raptors trilogy, which is a superhero story with him and Jamie Castle. Um, so it's just super exciting because it's a superhero novel. Like, I get excited when anyone in the genre is publishing work. It's an awesome way to kind of brag, and we like to celebrate each other. So um, one of the best things that you can do, I think, is find your tribe, the people who will give you the swift kick in the pants and constantly push you to make shit happen. So I'm trying to think if I don't really have. Let's see where my story is at. Okay, I'm about a quarter done with this story. It's a it's a romance plot. So there's sex on page, but I just keep skipping it and just write fill in sexy time. Because I blush whenever I think about it, because I'm 12 apparently. Um, but um, Oh, yay! Chris Fallon is going to be doing multiple books in his series, so I'm kind of excited. I bought his book way back when, and now they retooled kind of a short story, and they're doing it as a full trilogy and then a sequel trilogy. So that's kind of exciting. All right, everybody. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to do some more sprinting tomorrow. I'm going to wrap this up. I only have 150 words, so it won't take me 20 minutes. So if you're a fan of superhero fiction, stop by superherofiction.com. We have almost 500 books on the website, which is kind of a big deal. And it's 3 years old this month. So we're gonna do something to celebrate. We're not quite sure what yet, but there'll be a celebration. All right, I'm gonna sign out, and I will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try and be here a little bit earlier. I like trying to do the 10 to 12 thing. So we'll see you soon.